You are listening to the podcast To Be Single or Not to Be by Shanna Montana, a podcast where we talk about the single life, dating, and relationships so you can make a decision at the end of each episode to be single or not to be. So today's topic is love languages. Now, some of you may or may not have heard of love languages, but they were brought to the world's attention via the author Gary Chapman in his book titled Love Languages. Now, the significance of knowing what love languages are and being in a relationship with two partners, two or three, how many partners you have, who understand the importance of them, are willing to put them into action, and understand that they can change and are willing to change with the love languages can be a part of the recipe for success in a relationship. But I found that when you are in tune with your love language and your partner's love language, you all are on the same page and it can create so much harmony. You all know I started the podcast because of all my terrible situations, and everybody who I tried to get to take the test, they would take the test, but when it came time to put the love languages into actions, them niggas was like, nah, I'm good. So we're going to talk a little bit about, and what I do know is that had they given me the benefit of their doubt to give it a try because it was something that was foreign to them, I think we could have had more success if it was meant to be. But we now know because of this podcast, it wasn't meant to be with any of those in the past. So what I wanted to do was bring in some guests to help us navigate what love languages really look like and how to navigate it successfully. So starting out, we have a couple of new ladies in the room who you guys haven't met before. And we are going to start with, who's here?
Yo, yo, yo. This is Bulli Carter.
I love it.
And it's Brandie, baby.
Yeah. And we have one of our reoccurring stars. I'm sure you all recognize her voice.
What's up, everybody? It's Meek.
Yes, ma'am. I love those introductions. So we're going to get right to it, ladies. And you all feel free to jump in, whoever wants to go. What, in your mind, what is a love language? I need for somebody to break it down. What's a love language? Don't everybody go at once.
Probably how you love and how you like to be loved.
Yes, how you love, how you like to be loved, how you receive love at its best. So that's a very, I like, simplified way to look at it. And everyone should know that we all have a love language, whether you've taken the test or not, because there is a quiz. If you were to Google Gary Chapman, he should have a website that pops up. And there's a quiz that's like maybe 30 questions, very simple to take. And so we do recommend that you and your spouse, get your spouse to take it. But everybody has a love language, and it's good to be aware of it. So what is the importance of knowing what your love language is?
I think it goes back to like what we've been talking about the whole time, or the whole series rather, and it's that fact of the matter of like how you feel love. So like things that are happening in a relationship, like someone is like, I don't feel like he or she, understands me. I don't feel, well, maybe that's because y'all aren't giving each other y'all love language. Like, you're providing, but what you're providing is not something that I can receive.
Absolutely. And I know the past couple episodes we've been talking about love in Huntsville, Martell and Marcel.
No, not in Huntsville.
But yeah, I'm going to bring it up. It's a reality show if y'all haven't heard of it. But he literally told his wife she is the main caregiver of the kids. She takes them to school. She takes them to classes. She works also. She has a podcast. And he literally said out of his mouth, like, I have to walk out of those doors every day to provide for this family. He was like, what's the importance of going to my son's baseball game if I'm the one that's taking care of my family? So they had a qualm because she was like, you aren't doing the things you used to do. You aren't bringing me flowers. You aren't showing me attention. You're treating me like I'm the help, And so what you said was, how do you feel? How does the love make you feel? And they absolutely had lost it because he clearly didn't know what a love language was. And he clearly was not speaking hers. What do you all think the importance is of knowing your own love language?
You can't expect a person to love you if you don't know how to love yourself.
Absolutely.
Tell us more about that. You can ask.
I like to use analogies.
Okay.
So then if I have my car and I'm driving down the road and I know my car, so I can ride down to E.
Yeah.
I know how close I go to E.
Yeah.
But however, I can't go so far under the E that I'm on the side of the road.
Right.
So then, in order to keep my love tank full, I have to do what I need to do in order to love me and be full in order to keep going.
Yes, I love it.
And then also, for my partner as well, in order to keep our relationship going. Otherwise, we end up on the side of the road.
Right. Got to keep your love tank full. And you got to be able to switch it up. We're going to talk more about it. But you got to be able to be always aware that it can change. We got to do different things to keep it full. And if it's not full, you have to be able to communicate that. And we talk a lot about communication. If without that in relationships, you don't have anything. What would you say? What's the importance of it?
I don't want to piggyback, but I mean, it's definitely true. How can you communicate something to somebody if you don't understand it yourself?
Right.
If you are not experiencing it yourself, and I mean, it's even deeper than love languages. It's like just you gotta understand your trauma, why you are, your reactings, why you do the things you do.
What has led you to the love language that is the one that you are?
What's the root? Why is it this way?
Yeah.
And I just really just feel like you could never be with anybody, be it like a partner, spouse, or like a friend, for real, without being introspective, period. So, and love is just that universal action that is a bottom line. So you can't do anything without love, obviously. So that's why it's more important than everything else.
Yeah.
But still, introspection, bottom line. Like, you need to know yourself. You need to know what's going on with yourself before you just throw yourself
that root cause. That's a lot. Because if you say, for example, and we're going to talk a little bit about what our results were, but today I took the test and my first one came up as quality time. So it's like figuring out, if quality time is yours, what's the root cause of why you feel like you need so much time with a person? What happened? Was it neglect? Was it something that did happen in your childhood? Have you never gotten that time? Do you feel like you need attention? What's going on there? So I definitely recommend for those of you that may be familiar with the love languages, or once you become familiar with them, to dig a little bit deeper. Because there are 5 of them, and once you're able to see the hierarchy of how they are listed, find out why is number one. I think that's important as well. So that leads me to ask, why are love languages so effective though? Because I think that if we talk about quality time, so let's say, what's your number one love language?
Oh, definitely quality time.
Quality time. And so and we're gonna go around the room. So what's your first one?
Quality time.
Quality time. Okay.
Acts of service.
You want a nigga to mop the floor.
Build this.
We gonna build the love.
Change my tires. Grill this food. Yes, please.
Build us a house.
Yes. No, like for real. I really do want I told y'all, like engineers, like build my house.
Yeah, can you build it?
Please make this home.
I love it. So why would you all say, why are the love languages so effective? Why would you say with quality time? So we're going to start with yours. Why is quality time so effective with you?
I feel like if you're giving me quality time, the rest is coming. Just being honest, if we're giving true quality time, your undivided attention, the physical touch, the words of affirmation, like all that stuff, we're in each other's vicinity. We ain't just gonna sit there and stare at each other in silence. So obviously something is happening while we're spending time. If we watching a movie, if we sit in the theater, maybe we just so happen to stick our hand in popcorn at the same time. Maybe you holding my, eventually you
watching too many romantic
films. But I'm really, it's that simple for me. And if we spending quality time, it's also that understanding that I made a sacrifice for you to be here as well.
Yeah.
Because both of us hopefully are on that same level. We ambitious. We got a lot going on.
Absolutely.
So even to just take the time to spend the quality time together is an act of service, or shows that you put thought. It's a gift in itself that we here together.
Yes, I like it. So what's your number 2?
Oh.
No, not you, Brandie. What's your number 2?
Gifts.
Okay, so why would you say, why are gifts so effective with you?
It comes from when I was younger.
Okay.
My parents bought me a lot of things.
Okay.
So then that initially was my number 1 when I was younger. But going through counseling and getting to know myself a little bit
to
better.
Root cause.
Right, exactly. And then it shifted to more of the quality time. But gifts is number 2.
Okay, I like that. And what's your number 3? Do you know? You got acts of service, number 1.
Quality time was number 2, and words of affirmation was number 3.
Okay, so why is words of affirmation important to you?
I I just really don't think I just feel like the last bottoms were all kind of the same.
Okay. Tell us about it. Like, why?
They were all kind of the same. Because, I mean, one, I'm an extremist. Okay. Like, what I am, I'm very much of.
Okay.
So, acts of service and quality time were strongly
ahead
of everybody. Like, strongly ahead. And then the rest of them was like three.
Okay, so real low.
Yeah, very, very low.
So why do you feel, okay, so you said you're an extremist and quality time and acts of service. So why are those so effective with you? What's the root cause on your end?
One, well, I know time is definitely, because I'm so big about time. Like, one of my triggers is wasting time in any shape or form.
Yeah.
And any type of wasting time. Like, you can spend a lot of time, you can be loose with your time, but if you've wasted it.
Yeah, it's not effective.
like if you wasted it, like I literally could have been doing something else.
Yeah.
Or I can't, like, cause just time is something you can't get back.
Right.
And it is just a different form of love because, as you know, I mean, we've all suffered from loss. Like, time is not infinite.
Yeah.
And you have to take time serious. And I'm very, like, stern.
Yeah.
So that is very important. So if you're taking time, if I'm taking time, like she said, if I'm taking time out of my day, if I made a way, because we all dealt with men who, like, I'm gonna do this, or let's do this, and then, like, I don't know, just cancel. Like, that's the quickest way
to get rid of me.
The quickest way to get rid of me.
Yeah.
No second chances on that. So, like, that, in that sense, and then that is an act of service.
Yeah.
Because it really is an act of service, because, like, I just feel like if you're there, that, like, that's more than anything. Like, you don't even have to say, you don't have to just tell me too many things. I feel like actions speak.
Yeah.
I'm a literal person. I'm a logical person.
Yeah.
So if I can see something tangible, even though time is abstract, it's still tangible.
Right.
Like, I see you spending time on
I have
this.
a clock.
Like, I see this, you're here.
That took. Right.
You know, like, something tangible, something that makes sense. Like, I can put that in my head because I am a logical lover. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, if I add it together, is this good?
I had that talk with somebody today. I literally told somebody, they asked me about something I was willing to do. I was like, I'm willing to do a lot of things if it makes sense.
Right.
But you gotta make it make sense to me to want to do it. You know, I could be on one wavelength, but if you come around and you create this picture, it could be a complete lie. Yeah. But, you know, if you make it make sense, I may be willing to jump out the window with you. So what you said makes it, and being a Virgo type A personality, I'm very logical, very direct, very
like a Taurus.
Right, look. Very concrete things, like, you know, this is what it is. There's no gray area, the black and white, you know.
Right.
So I think that when it comes down to that time and what you said, don't waste my time. Unless you want to get rid of me. That's the easiest way. So what do you all say when it comes to love languages? When should you introduce them to a potential partner? And I say this because I think on a previous podcast we talked about, a guy said that literally, like, first, second date, the girl brought up love languages. And he was like, oh, no, like, it's too soon. Like, you know, for us to jump out the window. So when should love languages be introduced to a potential partner? What would you all say? What would you be comfortable with? I say after like 6 years, I'm playing.
No, after his first kid.
So if we being, like,
honest,
keeping it a book.
Yeah.
So if we talk about this, if we dating, I'm in it for the long haul. Like, we not doing this just
what's
for fun.
Dating? Is that your boo?
Yeah.
Do he date other people? Because that is just going out to eat.
Okay, so y'all, somebody would say if y'all exclusive.
Y'all talking. What y'all talking about?
No. See, I've learned. Somebody broke that down for me. Talking and dating is
you got talking, which means we just talking. You got dating. We going out to eat. You got exclusive. We together. Then exclusivity.
I literally mean dating, so I don't mean it. So before we even get
to you still gotta break that down.
Okay, so we beyond talking.
Right, I could be dating 6 people buying a meal.
So if we seem interested enough in each other that we in rotation, like, we going to dinner, we hitting up movies, whatever, the only way you gonna make it past that realm, I guess, to be exclusive, is if you giving me something that I'm like, I can see us building or etc. Okay. If you not giving me my love language, how am I supposed to see myself being able to build with you? Because that's a test you ain't passed yet.
Well, they spending
not
their
saying
money.
I'm testing people. But see, I'm playing,
girl.
I'm playing. Gifts are my lowest.
I'm playing.
So if you buying me stuff,
gifts are number one.
That's my
or
lowest.
Shayna.
Yeah.
But like if you out with Shamika and you keep buying gifts and stuff. Okay, so I guess I have to break down my lowest.
Let's go back to that, because then, I mean, is that fair if he doesn't know your love language?
So that's why I said we had to break it down, because for me, it's nothing to spend money if you got it. So if, literally, like, if we in the store and it's like, hey, I want X, Y, and Z, and you copping the gift, okay, well, you had that money, you bought the gift, but gifts are, like, temporary. Like, okay, here's me spending money on this, giving it to you, that's a temporary need, I fulfilled it, moving on.
But,
so
you feel like if they give you the quality time and stuff, that's lasting. That shows that they have the potential to be a full-time lover.
Yes.
So your answer is, you think when you are later, so to you, dating means that you are just dealing with one person.
Yeah.
Okay, so dating.
If I say we talking, then I'm probably I might be talking to a few people. I don't know. We working on this, y'all. 2019, I can write a book on failed first dates. That might be a thing. Failed first dates is gonna be a thing. So like if we talking, that might not be the time. But if we like, hey, we want to spend actual quality time together, I gotta tell him my love language. Because if we spend quality time, you might be sending me mixed signals. Because I'm like, damn.
So then when you tell him that though,
when he hits up with the, I think I want to see you more. So let me break this down.
So you just need that trigger word. I think I want to. Or when he starts saying, let's arrange this. So, let me
go ahead and break it down for you. Like break what? Because I don't want him thinking like, dang, like it didn't take much to get shot. Look, so let me go ahead and tell you what you doing right now. Like I see that.
But how long? This is touching on other stuff. How long does it take for you to get to the dating stage? It take me like 6 to 9 months to open up.
This out.
I had somebody tell.
It take me a phone call to date.
No, I mean like exclusively date. Because you could literally, like, I could be dating like 5 or 6 guys at the same time. I'm hanging out with them all. Right. But I mean like exclusively, for me it's going to take, I feel like right now, somebody could come in tomorrow, sweep me off my feet. But for me, I think 6 to 9 months is healthy for me to get to know you.
You talking about going steady?
No. I'm talking No, listen to me, y'all. No. I literally am talking about 6 to 9 months of somebody getting to know me before I will say I'm interested enough to go steady. Or be
okay, so let me.
So is that like a rule of thumb? Or
no, that's me and my trauma. That's me and my trauma. I don't want to heal.
Yeah,
that's me and my bag. My baggage I bring.
So I like the fact you broke down dating could be just as going to dinner. So I have been to movies and dinner with some guys this year. I wouldn't say I dated none of them.
It was a date.
But it was.
We went on a date, but in no way, shape, or form was I dating.
You dated them for that date.
That's what it's.
I'm a logical person.
We
don't date no more.
If somebody wouldn't show up,
if somebody would have been like, "Yo, is that you?" My answer would have been like, "No."
We just on a date.
We kicking it right now.
I think that we can use those terms interchangeably. Dating and kicking it.
Yeah, we kicking.
Like I'm kicking it with somebody. Because you got the phases, and this might be a sidebar, but so talking. What does talking look like? Talking is like we.
That's me. What's your favorite color? What's your sign?
Yeah, all that stuff. So you getting to know the little basic stuff.
I done talked to people that ain't even got that far on the list. Like, you ain't even know to ask me my favorite.
I really don't know a lot of people's favorite color.
I don't even know people's last name.
Really don't. I sleep don't be know people. Sometimes I only know their street names. Like, dang.
And then I want to ask somebody, you know my last name. Like, you don't even know his. Why you asking that?
I got so many names going around. So you can't never know somebody. That's why you can't really never know somebody.
If they hit you up by your Instagram name. Even though my name is in my Instagram name.
It don't matter.
If you don't drop the positively on that shows me where you
been
at.
Know.
Stay out my inbox.
Instagram has ruined us all. Social media. You walk like, what's up, positively me? What?
I get it up. I be like, what's up?
Right.
Don't drop that to people.
People know what it is.
I appreciate it.
You got the benefits. So dating is we getting to know each other, asking the basic stuff. Yep, that's it. I get that all the time. I go by it. It's cool. Yeah. So that is the getting to know you, the colors, different stuff like that. And you, when you're talking, you should be going on dates.
Yeah.
So it depends on how long those dates gonna last. Like we said, we've been on a track record where been on 1 week. We say bad. What's say first week, first date?
No, I said failed first.
Failed first dates. Mm-hmm. So you have first week of dates, and then so that's dating. So if it continues on, if they meet the criteria.
If he don't get ghosted after the date,
or if he don't ghost us, then we get to exclusive dating. So what do y'all think? When should you introduce love languages?
It would be, for me personally, I would almost never introduce it by name. By name.
Okay.
By name.
That's important.
I like
I'm a segue. You got to get back. I had a brother. I told, like, once I had my relationship awakening, I'm like, if you want to deal with me, you got to succumb to my standards and requirements, my list. Blue is mine. Like, nah, fuck that list. I ain't doing no list. Then I had the conversation another way, just kind of started talking about stuff like, I would prefer my partner to XYZ. He was so on board with everything I said, but when I presented it as a list, no way, Jose.
Exactly.
Once I presented it as very normal circumstances, so presentation is key. Yeah. So you're saying you just said that you would never present it as love languages.
Never. Just because, one, I don't like trendy stuff.
Okay.
And I feel like it's trendy. Like, it's real and it's necessary and I believe it, but I'm not. Like, just just how people like Enneagram is a thing. Like, I believe in the Enneagram too. Like, I believe that stuff. But just to say it all the time is I'm a one. Yeah. It just goes directly with my love language. But I'm just saying, like, it's just so trendy that it makes it ingenuine. Yeah. So, and me personally, and it may be a flaw, may be a gift, I love the way I want to be loved. Yeah. And that is how I communicate. So, yes, maybe we need to learn that maybe you want it a different way. Just like I may want it. Like, because like you were saying, like, if gifts is how, because like I'm thinking like my father. My father, that is how he communicates. Yeah. By gifts. I mean, unfortunately, that's just what he does. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care for it. Yeah. But that is how he shows love. Like, that is what he means. Like, I can't fault him for it. Right. But I don't communicate that way. Right. But I can still, I know it enough to know that this is him communicating. Yeah, you can receive it. And when you love somebody, you understand that part. And if you love them even more, you either find a way to adjust or develop. Right. Not change. Yeah. Adjust or develop. But it would be very subliminal for me. And I like bring it up casually in conversations. Like, look, if you waste my time, I promise. I'm just being very clear. Yeah. Like I told you earlier, are you out of sight, out of mind like me? And I'll say just like, are you like that? Yeah. Just to put it out. Put it out. Well, I am. Yeah. Let's be clear. Exactly. Because I'm out of sight. Like, if you don't talk to me for 3 days, I forgot that it happened. And then I don't want to talk to you the next 3. Right. Especially if we talking. Now, if we like friends, like we can go years. Yeah, that's talking. Another thing. But if we talk dating, quote unquote. Yeah, you got to be consistent. That's that consistency. You can't be lazy within love languages either. So what would you say, Brandie? What do you think it should be brought up?
I agree more so with her. Like, I wouldn't task it like, okay, this is my love language. Y'all listening? More so once I get to a point where I feel like, or we have communicated that we're, going on this path of trying to be one. Right. Then I would say, hey, babe, I need more time. Yeah, that's my love language is quality time. So then I communicate it in that way. It's pretty much just straightforward. I need more time.
I love it.
And I guess I'm all about, like, as you say, not wasting time. Like, if we
get to it,
if we talking, like, because that's my way of knowing, do you have the capacity or the bandwidth to even give me what I need? Because if not, there's no need in wasting either.
Well, I think about it being up for.
You have to be up front and forward. Yeah, but I think also, like you guys said, like, babe, I might need more time. They might not have even realized they weren't giving you enough time. They might not have realized they weren't giving you the acts of service. But I do like what you guys said about not just rolling up on them. I think that might have been a fault of mine. Like, hey, let's take this love languages test. My test said quality of time. I need to just follow the box. Yeah, so people, especially men, just don't want to conform to that. You telling me what to do, but if you present it in the way that you all said, almost subliminally or through conversation, it can be received a lot better. And I think vice versa, because if I'm dealing with somebody, because it's not always women who take the lead on it, you may be dealing with a man who realizes that, Shayna, you've been kind of neglecting, however they want to present it. And I can receive it a lot better versus you come to me with this list like, Gary Chapman said that this we need to do. So it doesn't go the right way.
People like to be manipulated, though.
Oh, damn.
Tell us more.
You got the the prefix in there, man. and also with human, like, but male or female, like, that's just a part of our nature. Everybody, male or female, would like for it to seem like it is their idea. And that is, I believe that is a blanket presentation for everybody, is that they want to feel like it came from them. Yeah. Even when creatives. Yeah. Like, they don't even like to give credit to God sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Like, it didn't really come from you. Yeah. Even God got to manipulate us. To make us think that we came up with something. Right. So, like, it's that same thing. Like, and I don't mean, like, and as women, we are ultimate manipulators, either for the good or the bad. Because it's our power. Now, you can do it for the good. Manipulating is not a negative connotation like some people make it. Yeah. But bottom line, like, you can't, most people just don't like it in their face. Just think about being vegan. Like, a lot of people eat vegan food if they don't know it's vegan. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've given people vegan food all the time, and they didn't realize that it was vegan. So I was like, oh yeah, that's some jackfruit. Yeah, yeah. You know, stuff like that.
But we're survivalists. We're built to survival, to survive. So then we manipulate to get whatever it is that we need. We just operate in that unknowingly, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. We just do it because that's what I need. Yeah. So then, whether I need to go over here and get it, or you gonna give it to me, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. So that's true though. That's two parts to that. I guess I should say the first part. Forget it. So that might be nice. In talking about that too, guys. So I've never come around and said, "Yo, my love language is one." I ain't made it that far with nobody yet. Right. You know, so right. Made it that far. Never would have made it. So, but guys are quick to tell me, like, when we talking or whatever, like,
they quick to say what the fuck they want.
What, Dad? Like, are you sure you got time for me, or how you gonna make time for me? To me, that's explaining to me already, like, yo, so spending
time.
That's that
manipulation we just talked about.
Yeah, like, can you make?
They trying to make you think they want that time.
No,
they really
don't. They really don't. They really don't.
So my answer never changes. If it's worth it, I'll make time for it.
You make time for what you want.
You make time for what you want. So if it's what I want, I'm going to make time for it.
But I think sometimes you got to be careful with the manipulation, because men will make it seem like you got time, you got this and that, but they really just trying to fuck. And then once they get that, that's all and then when they trying to do something else, they move around. But if you starting out with especially somebody that may be easily manipulated, baby, you going to have time for me? You going to make time for me? You're like, oh, girl, he really like me.
Nah, that ain't what I take that as.
Not saying us. But there are women out there who do receive it as that. Oh, he likes me. And they take it as such. But why do you all think we have to be manipulative? Because it's great, and I learn something every podcast. I just say and learn how I be manipulating people. Because I just thought about.
Don't even mean nothing.
You don't even mean an example. I may be telling on myself, dealing with somebody that the communication was just so jacked up. And I'm like, all right, let me show him how you need to communicate. Let me go silent, for X amount of time to see if I can get his attention. And it got his attention. I didn't like doing that, but that's how I had to manipulate the situation in order to show him what I was capable of, and to show him that I'm not going to accept how you're treating me, even though I should have just been able to say.
But it's not really, it's manipulation, but manipulation is really just a word that means what it means. Okay. Because at the end of the day, just like a love language is, some people have certain long love language that they want to communicate. He was not getting communication the way you were doing it. Right. So you really was being considerate and adjusting
this is true.
To the way he received information. So really, it's just like a real language. If I'm talking to you and you're Portuguese, it don't matter how many times I keep on saying this English word and
you're not going to understand it.
No, but it's not manipulation if I get a person that speaks Portuguese to come with me, and now you're listening, and now I'm letting him or her deliver the message for me. Technically, it is manipulation.
I just had to move around.
But exactly, I had to do this to do that. So it was technically manipulation by diction. Yeah. But it wasn't harmful. Like, you wasn't going to hear it. So I have to adjust it. Same thing with kids and giving them medicine. Yeah. You need this medicine. Yeah. But you're not going to take it if I just give you this pink ass bottle. Right. But if I put it by this juice, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. So
part two of that. Come back. So I had a homie, and I'm sure they won't mind me sharing this. Them and their partner had expressed, okay, within the next year we gonna get married. No, they're not married, so I'll go ahead and throw that out there. But they were like, before we start premarital counseling and pay for this, love languages is something we can take online for free. Okay. They asked me to send them all these materials, so me being the friend I am, Googling, okay, this test, here go a compatibility quiz, this one says got high ratings, here you go. They sat down and did all that.
And broke up.
Tried. No. It was in pieces. No, but they sat down and did all of that and was like, okay, if this is truly what we say and we want to do, because a big part of premarital therapy is looking at how you communicate.
Right.
Now, if we done sat down and did step by step, broke this communication tool down, how do we execute? So execution was it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't necessarily just the whole downfall of the relationship. It was okay, and it was on both parts. So it's like, okay, we breaking this down. Now I know, though, what you truly need from me. And I may have been giving it to you before and didn't know I was giving it to you. Or maybe you was holding on for me to give it because you knew I didn't know. But now you know I know. So now that time frame is shorter, that I'm going to give you leeway on not needing it.
So basically what you're saying is that they got to a place where each other knew what it was they needed and still wasn't fulfilling it.
Basically. They realized, like, oh, this isn't just because I don't know. This is because I really...
I don't want to.
Nah, yeah.
I mean, that could happen because I know, like, public... what is it? Affection? What is it called? What is it actually called?
Physical touch?
Physical touch. Mm-hmm. I know that that's not a thing. And I remember I dated... someone. Is it really dating? Was he talking?
I dealt with someone.
We was having conversations. I don't know what he's talking about. But... that was his thing. Like, he was very needy. I say needy. Maybe it was normal. I don't know. Yeah. But he was very like, if we in public, people need to know you're mine. People need to do
that's
this.
About what it is.
Nah, he was a Cancer.
Ooh. Okay. Got a flashback.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What's the birthdays? I need to make sure I avoid them.
Anyway, but yeah, late July.
Yeah.
He was like that, and I just like, and he was like very clear. Like, that was one person I could say he crazy, but he was very honest. Yeah, and I would give him that. And that's half the reason I dealt with him, because I need honesty. I love like straightforward, cold, honesty. But he was just like, I need physical. Like, I need you to be right. I need you to be like display in public. That
so what did you do? Because you don't like that.
I can't. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, I can't. Like. I'll try a little bit. Like, there was little things I would do, like, to try to do it. But, like, he would even, like, get mad if I would, like, if we was at a restaurant and I would talk to someone else for too long. Like, the waiter, or just, because I'm just, very conversational, stuff like that. And I was just, like, it just had to get to the point, like, I am not going to be what you
not going to conform to what you
like, we are not compatible. And that's okay. We can be cool, but we're not compatible.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is sometimes. Like, if you can't adjust to those adjust, not change, or develop in those types of ways of love language.
Sometimes you gotta move on.
Yeah, you're just not compatible, because people gotta be loved the way they gotta be loved. They're just that on that.
So what do you do when your partner is just not receptive to your love language? You when you say that, if
with
it is
a tear in my face.
Looking like the Joker. Look, the Mardi Gras mask. No, when you are. Say you are physical touch and your partner's physical touch and it's just not your stilo. What do you do? Do you try to, you say grow and develop, or do you try to get acclimated, or do you?
We got to figure out a way to compromise. So, like, how can
you compromise?
Well, depending on the type of physical touch, and depending on when you introduce this, because if you wait until we buy married,
so say it up in a perfect world. You introduce right before we become exclusive. So we're dating, getting to know each other. We decide, like, it's clear we going in the same direction, and we about to jump into a relationship. It's still early.
Gotcha.
And you find that you all taking the test, and say for example, one person is quality time, the other is words of affirmation. And your partner, man or woman, doesn't matter, is just not receptive. Like, I'm not telling you that shit. Like, I'm not doing this words of affirmation.
So here's where
Sounds
we go.
Abusive.
Okay, so when you put it like that, you get your walking papers. Yeah. But if it's literally one of those things where it's like, okay, it's asking me to stretch in a way I'm not ready to stretch. You didn't make it to cuffing season, but here, but you are more than welcome to join the practice squad if you would like. You can be friends, whatever. But because maybe it's that. Maybe we weren't meant. Maybe that's the sign that we weren't meant to be romantically together. Maybe there is.
Just release you into your destiny. I'm good on friends. What you think, Brandie? What you say about?
I think that it's all a part of, well, going specifically for physical touch.
Okay.
I think that it's a thing of knowing that men and women are wired differently.
Okay.
Most women, and I use the term most lightly, are not physical. Their highest isn't physical touch. Men, it's off the charts.
Of course.
I didn't know that.
Makes it
men
love the body one touch.
And women are like, to arouse them, it's not more of a physical thing. Like you can see a person like, oh well, they're attractive, they look nice, and we cool on that. You know what I'm saying?
You like cool. Physical touch.
Yeah.
That ain't what I was thinking about, but okay.
But then, when men see it, that's all they need. They ready.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to do nothing else.
Got attention.
You know what I'm saying? They ready. So there's a difference in how women are aroused versus how men are. So I think understanding that for that particular love language matters.
For them to be receptive.
Because it does arouse me for you to build me a house. Absolutely.
Right. So you ain't got to do nothing for most men to be aroused. You just look over there and they like, man, you
right.
You right. Head out.
And when I think about it, I think right now it said what the first one's quality time, but it goes back to what Mika said earlier, that I think if I can get that time, that attention, you want to be there, you're likely gonna give me words of affirmation. I'm gonna get the physical touch. It kind of aligns. If I can get the first two, then everything else should fall in place. So what if the person actually is trying? They find out we're gonna stick with physical touch, and you got somebody, because everybody's not affectionate. And I say words of affirmation, that's a different one, or acts of service, because it's not something you could easily do. What if they just keep missing the mark? Like, you want to do acts of service, but they think that's fixing the toilet that one time they did the first quarter of the year, but they ain't did nothing else. Like, I fixed that one thing you told me to, so what's the problem? What if they just keep missing the mark on what it is? How do you handle that?
Well, if they're genuinely trying to see what that is also tricky. Like,
you have to determine if they for real.
Don't just be holding, like, taking tally.
Okay, you can't keep
like what you doing. Like, don't be taking. That's already a turn off. But if somebody is genuinely trying, I just feel like that just buys you more tries.
Okay.
Until you run out. No.
So the first thing that came to my mind, just being honest, thinking of any classic TV show, Laura Winslow and Mr. Steve Urkel.
Wow.
Or Roger and Sister.
Yeah.
Did they ever get together?
No.
I was like, they didn't get together.
No. But they did, one episode they did end up, both of them fell in love with him or something like that. But
that was a dream.
So these people are genuinely trying. But I think you can try so hard that it throws the mark off of falling in love. Because if you trying but you're not giving me what I want, then it's annoying me because I'm like, you ain't gonna never get it. Yeah. But if I'm receptive to the fact that you trying, it may actually build the love.
But both of those examples, the people was not attractive. And when they changed their look, they changed their attitude.
Steve. No. Okay, maybe I'm tripping because I like him different. Steve, you could tell he was fine even with the glasses.
No. Stephon Arkell was fine.
I didn't even think he was fine.
I don't think he was fine to me because I was like, he just like everybody.
We love Stephon Arkell.
I didn't think neither one of them fine like that voice saying like that.
Urkel's voice was a turn off, but Urkel because even when his glasses would fall off, you'd be like, okay, he got potential.
I never saw no potential.
I was little when I would see Urkel, so
but
little
Stephon Arkell could have got it back then.
I liked 3J, but you see what happened to him.
What show was he on?
3J was on Family.
And then he turned into
Richie, the little light skin.
But then he was That's on Raven's house. Or that's
Orlando
Brown.
You picked the wrong one.
Exactly, I picked the wrong person.
You saw that bad boy and fell in love. That's what it was.
I was like, oh, 3J. I said, hell no. When I said Raven, I said, oh no.
So y'all are saying if your partner is not receptive, you have to look at it from the angle of why they're not receptive. Are they just being blatantly disregarding it, or are they really trying?
Well, for me, I think that because I counsel people, so that I'm shocked at how many couples come in and they haven't had a conversation
about what,
to just say, hey, look, babe, this isn't working. You like, so say for instance, somebody that acts of service is their thing, and honey's over here doing something else that's not considered or whatever that they want done, and the person just blows up at them. well, what are we really arguing about here?
Right, because
like, what's really going on? This is not about these dishes that weren't washed.
So you're saying there's people that have a love language, say if it is acts of service, and they just really haven't expressed to their partner that this is what I want.
Or even if like the acts of service is your thing, and then they're doing somewhere in the acts of service area, but it's not hitting what you need.
Right.
Like we blow up and blow off the hinge and want to break up with them or whatever else. When you could just say to that person, "Hey, babe, when you don't do this or when you do this, this is how I feel."
Yeah.
And it could solve a whole bunch of problems.
Yeah. Be clear.
Yeah, just say what it is.
Be clear. And I think if you're with a partner that's receptive and loves you and wants to improve, they should receive it. It might take a little bit of conversation.
I didn't know that. Why didn't you say that? That's often the conversation that I have with people. Why don't you just say that? I didn't know.
Yeah.
But on that train
and it seems so simple, but
it is. It seems so simple. But a lot of things seem so simple.
A lot of people aren't honest, but on that train of thought, it was like, especially just talking about just introspection and love languages, it's very important for you to define your own filter.
Okay.
Like, so you can get stuff figured out quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily say, what is my love language in the first, but you can say some things head off.
Okay.
That's going to let you know
so when you
if
say
this is like going to be what it needs to be.
When you say that and when you say define your own filter, what do you mean by that?
Like, okay, so I'm very honest. Like I said, I wouldn't say some things by name, but I'm very, very direct and clear.
Yeah.
That filters out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just by that, like, very honest. I don't like this. I don't want you right now. Like, I'm very, like, just like that. That can filter out somebody. Yeah. That has filtered out people. I know that is a trait of mine. Yeah. That's not going to change.
So you know yourself.
So I give that that's a filter of mine, like very strong. I am who I am. Like I could ease off if I like you. If we've been talking or dating for a while, like I can ease up off the honesty and be more considerate of your feelings after a while. But you're gonna get the worst of me, not the worst of me, but the extreme
of me from the beginning
first.
Yeah.
And if you already out, then I already know. It ain't gonna be what it need to be. And that's
very true because what I've been encountering that recently with guys like, you so hard, you so tough. I'm like, I've been single for so long, it take a while to break this shell. It's like an egg. You gotta boil for a while. You gotta give me a reason to soften up. Yeah. The more I feel comfortable, the more I feel like you want to be here, the softer I will be. I'll be as soft as a pillow. Right. But starting out, I'm gonna be one way. And like you said, it's gonna filter. The people that can't deal, they're gonna be out. Because the thing is too, even once I become soft, that still is part of who I am. Yeah. And that person is gonna show back up. Like one of my friends said another episode, she said, I'm gonna give you a reason to want to leave. So it might be that honesty or something else, but if you are willing to withstand, the test of whatever, then that means you can be here. So what do you do in these situations when say they have the conversation and they tell the partner, babe, I don't like when you do this, it makes me feel this way. And, babe's like, I understand, I won't do it again. What do you do when your partner is very aware of your love language, but they still cannot get it right? Is that when we go to counseling? Is that when we sit them down? Is that when we leave? What do y'all think?
There's layers to that. Like, what kind of partner?
So yeah, give us the layers.
When you say can't,
we mean like they're in a relationship. Like no, I don't mean like they have a disability stopping them from doing it. I mean like their partner may be trying, but they just can't.
They can't or they won't.
Okay, because can't and won't is different.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't means I can't be an ass. I gotta try.
Both.
But if you won't, then
let's look at both. Like the partner is trying to be what you want them to be, and they can't for whatever reason. Like they just keep messing up. But what if you do on both sides? What if they won't? Okay.
So
is it out?
If you won't,
it's done.
It's done because it's going back to Brandie's analogy about being on the side of the road. If you won't give me that love language, you leaving me on E, which means you can leave in room for AAA to come by and fill me up. Yep. And before I let AAA fill me up, bruh, because I'm not finna cheat on you just to get my needs met. Yeah, like when I can go freely do it without you, like without the guilt and all that other stuff. Like, and then, but if they can't, then we really gotta sit down at some point, especially if we're that deep into the relationship. We gotta sit down and figure out what it is, because it goes back to that thing of like if. It maybe it's part of their trauma. Maybe they can't reach that because, like you said, physical touch. I'm sorry, like we at a certain level before I'm ready to like be all in with physical touch because that's part of quality time. Then I'm like all up under you. I can be clinky, but that part comes. That doesn't happen right off bat because I'm not comfortable enough, especially PDA. I'm not that person. But once we've been together for a minute, You hold your hand.
You with it. So you're saying,
you want a kiss, like, you know?
If it's can't, then you gotta dissect it. But it
was with a finger. You saw that, right?
Give more than that. So you're saying if they can't, you have to figure out what it is that's stopping them from doing it. But if they won't, do y'all feel like if they won't succumb or won't do your love language, y'all out? Is that the consensus?
Well, I think that if you if between the can't and the won't, like at some point, if we've had these conversations multiple times, somebody's gonna shut off because they're tired of you nagging. It's nagging.
Now they look at it as nagging. You nagging.
Yeah, so I don't even hear you anymore. So you probably gonna need a third party to help mitigate that and get it back on the road.
Yeah,
you know. If you want the relationship, otherwise it's time to split.
And that's why I say, like, I feel like with love languages or even having these types of conversations usually means the relationship is like we in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
Because who putting this kind of work in for somebody who might not stick around?
Yeah.
It's just a physical situation.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be doing all this for a physical situation with somebody you're not. So that goes back to the other question. You have to basically damn near be in a relationship.
Because I'm giving you the key for you to do what with it?
Because that goes back to something we're going to talk about in a little bit. Because love language, I read that they are also the place that can cause you the most pain because it's where you're the most vulnerable. And it's you're the most exposed for somebody to hurt you. So we'll definitely dive into that in a second. But I want to spend some time talking about each one. So we have the 5 love languages are quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, gifts. I don't know if I said
a couple of letters.
Gifts. Like the gifts.
Yeah. She letting you know she want a bunch of
gifts. And acts of service. So someone tell us, for the listeners, what does quality time look like?
Undivided attention. Like that's as simple as
off your phone. Everybody can feel free to chime in. No phones. Focused on you.
And you don't. It doesn't have to be a long amount of time. Quality time could be. I called you to talk about our day, and we spent time on the phone. But that's quality time because I have your undivided attention for whatever amount of time.
Yeah, it's like one-on-one time, or it can be doing things that you enjoy with one another. It doesn't mean you have to be at home watching TV or staring in each other's eyes. You can actually be out doing things that you enjoy, but it's focused on you and your partner. Mm-hmm. So I think if you're a person that likes that kind of stuff, quality time might be yours. So let's go to the next one. Physical touch. Is it the obvious?
Yeah.
It's not always sex.
It's an intimate piece too, you know?
Yeah.
I answered that on some of the quiz. Like, I'm like, like I can do a private under the table. Together. Something. So, like it's just intimacy on a physical level.
Yeah.
Because my physical touch, honestly, like, I don't do the PDA takes a while, but I like hugs. And that's physical touch. Yeah. But hugs for me, like, can be so non-romantic. Hugs are just literally like if I feel bad, a hug.
Well, it depends on if I like you or not. If it's not romantic.
True, but that also depends on how long the hug lasts.
Or how good you give hugs.
Right. And I don't like no bad hugs.
Me either. You no church
You
hug.
can keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a great hugger. But
yeah. Don't give me a church hug.
It's because of our boobs, though. Because people say I'm a good hugger, and I don't even like hugs. And you just feel like a hugger.
I get told like, man,
you just feel my breast.
Bless it.
That's what it is.
Make a baby feel at home.
I say your babies. That's how you know, like, baby just
make a baby feel at home.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Place them right up.
Go on to sleep. There you go, baby.
So, what are words of affirmation?
Just positive framing. When everybody has those times where they're down or whatever, but just having a positive influence. And I think that's also a big thing. It's not high on my thing, but you do have a lot of like mental abusers.
Yeah.
And like people
narcissists.
Narcissists and people in relationships where they are the complete opposite of words of affirmation. So like how you speak. And we know it's just like even with friendships, like, are you speaking life over me?
Yeah.
Are you speaking good things? Or are you speaking prophecy over me? Or you just just being a hater or just saying negative things or
nothing at all.
Or nothing at all.
And I think it also goes down to things for your partner to say things like they're proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you are in my life. I'm grateful for you. Words of appreciation.
Yes,
I think that's the part because I think sometimes especially if you have a family, and I know, I would say typically the wife is the person doing most of the caretaking kind of stuff for the kids in some situations. they are looking for somebody to say that they are appreciated. Or even if you're single, whatever. I mean, if you don't have kids, you're looking for somebody to affirm you in that way. And it's not about saying I have low self-esteem or something like that. It's just about you saying the words that you are glad I am here.
Babyface and Cherish put it in a song. Cherish said feeling unappreciated, and Babyface said I will come home, cook you dinner, pay your rent. Come on now.
That nigga was lying. What's say the After 7 song? So I bring the moon, the sun, the stars, and the mountains. Nigga ain't bring home a Coca-Cola. I ain't got time.
Acts of service.
Next one, gifts. What does gifts look like? Does gifts like just always buying me things, bringing me things?
I don't think so. I think
for me it is. You listen.
I think gifts depend on how the person receives them. So if gift is not my love language, but if gift is your love language, then a gift could be understanding that somebody just gave you something they don't have a lot of.
Right.
So then it's like, oh wow, okay, that was a gift and I appreciate that. But once again, if that's not your love language, then
I don't care that you gave me the last name.
I can't see that you just did something that gift meant a lot. Because once again, that's not how But so it doesn't have to be physical. I think gifts can be time. They could be
energy,
or how do I put this? A gift too could literally be
act of service. Fold my clothes.
Finding something for literally finding something for me to do. Like I've told you, like I'm struggling maybe with a homework assignment, or maybe I told you that my car need fixing. Maybe you don't do it for me. You don't pay for it, but you did take the time to find a mechanic.
So that shows that's connected to acts of service, and I think we go right into that.
And the way and I know that's true because when I think about me, like I don't give a lot of just stereotypical gifts. I've never been good at just like every time. It don't matter if the person just was born or if they 50. I don't know what to bring. I don't know what gift. And every time I've ever given gifts, and people do appreciate them, there is essentially an act of service. It's essentially like, oh, here's a branding bundle, or here's or I'm a babysit for you, or I'm gonna give you a hug, stuff like that. Depending on, or like making something. Like I remember as a kid, like I was always gonna make your card. I was never gonna buy it. That was my gift. Stuff like that. So like a lot of times, it seems like two different love languages, but
they are closely connected.
To the same,
closely connected.
Even adding to that, like recently, I was getting ready to head for a trip, needing new luggage. I was like, I can't pay for this. You know how they do it now, single pieces. Mm-hmm. But my parents are in Georgia. My daddy was off work for a doctor's visit. I get a phone call that says, I'm about to send you an address. He sent me the address to the closest JCPenney where they had a luggage set on sale. And I was like, dang, this man loved me. Like, the girl was not trying to go pay $150 for one piece of luggage.
I get it, but they are closely actually related. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tell us this. It's important to know, what the love languages encompass, because we just talked about they are the place that can cause you the most pain, because it's where you are most vulnerable and where you're most exposed for someone to hurt you. So is it possible to share your love languages, try to act upon them with a partner, because at this point we're going to say we're together, but avoid being hurt? I guess ultimately you got to just make sure you're not with a narcissist.
If you love, you run the risk of being hurt.
Oh, see, it don't matter if you share it, you don't. Yeah.
That's so unfortunate.
I think that's the hardest lesson for so many people too. That's why loving again or loving for the first time is so hard, because you understand like the risk is that in giving you a piece of me, you still have the power to break all of me. So like, I
ain't willing to touch that, right?
That's scary. It's scary.
And you hear me say they hate the independent woman factor, but it's not necessarily so much being independent woman, but the fact of saying I love me too much to let you, who I am uncertain about, coming and be like
and destroy me.
So
I've been building myself for 25 years. I need you to destroy me in a month.
Or you know what? We having fun, but now I want to have fun with somebody else. I'm not a toy. Yeah. Excuse me.
We want to have fun together.
All trio.
Oh Lord.
But I think ultimately that's why I think, and it goes back to a recent episode, we have to do a better job of picking our partners. We have to do a better job of who we allow in our space. Because like you said, it's a risk regardless you roll the dice. But I think you stand a better chance if you take your time, you hold true to what it is you want, you use tools like love languages to hopefully you and that person can align and y'all live happily ever after for whatever that looks like. Yeah. But that's still a scary thing to know that I'm saying I'm going to sign up for this so you can still break all of me. Mm-hmm. And I know that's one of the reasons why I'm still single and I struggle to open up, because when once you get a taste of what like heartbreak feels like, you'll never want that again. Nope. And you're like, I'll do by any means that I kill you. For it's like,
I just think women are a little bit different, because I feel like we will run into a window and then walk through that window again versus men. Men, you didn't circle yes on the note from second grade. They done. They
out. We don't take a chance.
We don't necessarily turn into a hoe either because we got our heart broke.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna be out on a rampage. Like I'm gonna mess up every man's life. Yeah. I will cut you all the way off, not respond to you, whatever, and move on and literally talk to other people, but never let anybody else know I'm talking to them, just so that same energy don't come back. Right. Like then I start to protect my love harder. Like
as you grow and become more mature, you protect.
But you'll try it again, but you'll protect harder. Yeah,
like,
protect harder.
Oh,
definitely protect harder. It's like a bulldog, pit bull.
Don't touch.
Like I'll do this again, but you ain't gonna hurt me the same way. I'm not gonna get hurt the same way twice.
I might get hurt again, but not the same way.
Not the same way.
It's too a thing of like understanding how men and women are wired. Women are nurturers. Men are just built like protectors. Mm-hmm. So then it's harder for them to access that nurturing emotions and all of that to even get wrapped up in it again. They just put that wall up, which they used to, and just roll on. Yeah. Whereas we'll date potential. We'll fix them up, and then they roll on with somebody else. Like, wait a minute,
and we're like, what?
I've been building you for 3 years. Yeah. Where you going?
And this what you about to do to me, sis?
Yeah.
So you welcome, sis. I'm gonna say, sis. I made him.
I say,
you welcome. This was my gift to you. That's your love language.
I was talking to somebody and thought of you, Shannon, because I literally told him, I was like, it's not the potential that I'm gonna date. I would date somebody with ambition.
Yeah.
And I think it's got to be knowing the difference, because it's like you said, I'm not fixing to build you. Like, you got to be, because that way when you leave, I don't feel like you took nothing that was mine.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't take nothing that was mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I did. I took like you as you are. Yeah. Yeah, it was that ride. A red table talk.
Yeah.
Ride, wow.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No, please do not do that.
Okay. I understand. You know that. I had the same thought earlier.
I was like, girl, you out here willowing.
But you are right.
It is a lot.
It's a lot. That's one of them. That's a lot. Leave it alone. She got a pretty young perspective. But what you said is that you are not going to hurt me the same way twice. And we'll say I'm leaving with what I came with. You're not taking nothing from here. So if you come and you go, you came as you were. Yeah. I didn't give you nothing to add to it. Come as you are. That's what you're going to do around here.
Yeah. But then how do you protect yourself from not being hurt twice if you're being vulnerable enough to love a person wholeheartedly? Like, how do you protect
But see, I love my friends. So I understand for me, in order to even be in my circle, I have to love you to some extent. Or otherwise, you're going to always be on the outside of this brick wall. Like,
I think that I love you. I love you, but I think every time I get hurt, I love differently.
Yes, so I agree with that. I love differently.
So now I'm loving slow. I used to love real fast. Now I love real slow. Now I love with intention. And so that's why it takes me longer. So I think that ultimately I'll wind up at the same finish line, being like before I jump out the window to say we're in a relationship, I'll be in that same space of love. So ultimately I may end up get hurt the same. However, for me, I know if I take my time and I hold up my standards and requirements and I don't believe in potential with no action or no ambition behind it. If I look at all the things that I've learned from all the failures of love, then I show up in a different space. So what I do know now is in the past, it was like, oh, you hurt me. And you should have hurt me because I showed up foolishly. But it's like now if you hurt me, I know that I really gave myself a fair shot and you did too, because we really tried this. And if it doesn't work, unless hopefully they don't do some fuck shit. But if you don't, most time in this situation, it's not like you cheated. It was just like we weren't compatible, or you couldn't. I did something. I got sick, and you were like, I can't be there for you like that. Something in like a life event occurred versus something crazy happening that was, childish.
Because now if I love you, I confront you. Like, we not finna sit silently on some dumb stuff that you done did.
Yeah.
Or if you hit me back with the why would you even, then I'm gonna speak up for myself because this is what you've done to me. It doesn't take me that long to get there anymore.
Yeah.
Now,
well, no, it takes me longer.
Well, no, I mean, like, if I'm to the point that I love you. Like, not, like, yeah, it takes a while to get to the look part. I ain't made it there yet with nobody this year.
This year?
Since about 2014.
Well, year almost over.
And it flew by. But, you know, so just
the way, for 2020.
The way I respond is differently. Like, if you can get a response out of me, I care. If you out here being reckless and I ain't said nothing, obviously
you're right. Responses,
you don't mean nothing to me. So
responses do matter.
Do what you gotta
responses matter. And on that note, we'll be right back with the resolution. So for today's Living Single question, this was sent to Shanna Montana on Instagram. Like to hear it? Here you go. I have been in a situationship for about 6 months now. I don't know if it will ever be anything more, but I'm having fun while it lasts. About a week ago, I was out with some friends and I kissed one of my male friends. #blame the alcohol. I'm starting to feel bad and I feel like I should tell my quote-unquote partner. What you think? I think that you just said you are in a situationship. You are not in a relationship, so let's make sure that we do not mistake the two. If you were in a relationship, I still don't know if I would tell you to say something because sometimes what you don't know won't kill you. And if it was a harmless kiss, meaning that there are no feelings there, it's not something you would have done if you were sober, not something that you would do again or you're thinking about revisiting, I think it was a harmless mistake that you can keep to yourself. So one, I'll just say, it's a situationship. You aren't obligated to tell him anything. And I really wouldn't because we know that men tend to overact. So men that are listening, you know I'm not lying. And I think you should just carry on how you are. And if you do wind up in a relationship, still don't feel like you have to come clean about it. You did it. It's over. It was fun, I hope. Leave it where it is. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to send them to Shanna Montana on Facebook, or you can inbox us at To Be Single or Not To Be on Instagram, and we'll be right back with the resolution. Fine. All right, so we are back, and before we get to the resolution, we wanted to dive into the conversation a little bit more, people. And so something Brandie said that stood out to me was really, you know, is it possible to show up and love the same even though you have the risk there of getting hurt? Because I was mentioning, like, I love differently because I think that it will allow me, if I get hurt, to be hurt differently. But don't we all just hurt the same?
Yeah.
You say no, you disagree? Bully.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what's hard for me to conceive because I feel like you got to separate love and what it is. I feel like, yes, you love differently after some things, but I feel like you learn that a lot earlier on. For me, let me say that.
Okay.
I learned that with family and people, like before I ever even deal with people, to know that, like you were saying, like when you said something like, when you leave, you not leaving with anything of me. I feel like you have to treat love that way because our biggest example of love is God. Mm-hmm. I know I'm freaky, but I love God.
Yeah.
And he teaches us that love. Even he teaches that love is conditional, but it sometimes has to be distant. So your love does not change depending on if somebody can receive it or not. Mm-hmm. So if you're going into a relationship and the way you're trying to manipulate it is through love, that is what set you up for vulnerability because you're going to get hurt. But like, even if we don't work out, if I love you, like I say now, it will take, like everybody else said here, it's going to take me a long time for me to love you. Yeah. But once it's there, it's not going away. Like, I talk to all of the people in my past. I have relationships with all of them. Like, if I were to get in the wedding, maybe some of them be invited. Some of them not party starters, and they can't come. But, you know, like, we have a relationship, like, unless a bridge really need to be burnt, ain't no bridges burnt, nothing like that. Like, so, for me, like, your love in general has to be your own. Okay. It has to be not contingent on a partner, on a friend, on anything. It has to actually be unconditional, because even if it doesn't work out, the hurt to me is not the same. Okay. I think the hurt would more like, especially for me, and maybe for you, would be the fact like, dang, I'm getting older type stuff. Yeah. Like, you know, like dang, not again. I'm
still going through this shit.
Like, dang, again. Like, it's more like that. It's more like an annoying.
Yeah.
It's more irritating.
Yeah, it's more annoying and irritating,
right? Than like hurtful.
Because even when you go through phases of dealing like, damn, I'm sick of this single stuff, of this dating stuff, of these niggas, it's like you more irritated, like, oh, you know, not even mad.
You used to being single. You used to being by, you know, doing stuff by yourself. So like, I just don't feel like you can bring love as something that can change because of a person. It has to be unconditional. It's
definitely a different perspective. Because I definitely think that, you know, people in love, they be going hand in hand. And a person can fuck you up when it comes to love.
I don't have that situation.
I don't think.
But then is it really love then? Because if you love without if you love, we using the God way of describing it. It's agape without barriers. Just
right.
There.
That means unconditional.
Boom. Yeah. So then whatever you do, so like with us, he chases us as his kids, but then if we walk away, he's hurt.
Yeah.
That hurts him. He grieves us.
He's hurt.
And so then
but he still acts of love. He still acts out of love. He still reacts out of love.
Right, but it still hurts. That's my whole thing. Like, you can't avoid, if you love without barriers and really give yourself to a person and they walk away, that hurts. Like, you can't get away from it.
No, it does hurt. But I'm saying, I don't feel like my love would change. I don't think I would change the way I love off of that. Like, I wouldn't react
like different. Me saying, like, I feel like I've changed the way I love, how I go into things.
Yeah.
Like, I have a much higher guard up. And for me, it's like loving smarter, you know, because I feel like, for me, I used to go into things just kind of, I used to just go into things just, oh, we like each other. It's fun. We're going to live happily ever after.
You're not naive.
Yeah, very, very naive. And now the naivety is gone. So it's like, I want to love you as hard as I would have before. But we just got to go through a couple of obstacle courses before I let you in here fully.
So then how far do... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, ask your question.
So how far do we go before that's then considered a trauma response?
Right. That's what I agree.
I think that right now, for me, and it's probably a reason that I struggle with opening up, is I'm definitely coming from a place of trauma with my love. And I'm fully aware of it. And know it, and I own it, and I tell people I know it's from a traumatic place of what I've been through before, and I want to move past that, but I got to do the work to move past it, because I think it may even run some people off coming from that way, you know.
So I realized that my first love was trauma response all the way, because even when it was time to walk away, the trauma response was, if I walk away, is that saying I'm unlovable, and is that saying that I don't love you?
Because we always question ourselves, like, was I not enough?
Yeah, that, or because I'm the person that's like, I want to know that I'm loved. I never want anybody else to not feel loved. So I took it as in, if, like, it was, no matter what you do, I'm gonna let you know you're still lovable.
Yeah.
And that turns into, like, bro, you running yourself into the ground. It also turns into manipulation, because then I'm constantly crying, or I'm constantly telling you what you're doing that hurts me. You just taking it as you just want me to see things your way, and I'm taking it as I want to know what it's gonna take for you to realize, like, she is killing me.
Yeah.
And then from that, it was, after that heartbreak, it was like, okay, I'm never gonna love again. It was like, man, stop.
Yeah. Everybody goes through that. When you get hurt, you like, I ain't never doing that again.
Bump
So then it turned into, no, I am gonna love in spite of, because I deserve love.
Yeah.
But then that turned into love. You know, I guess we'll call it lust, because it wasn't love. And it was having to understand, like you said, not loving, not being naive with it. My first love, I was young, and it lasted a while. That when that new thing came around, it was like, oh, I can have crushes on people.
It felt good.
Man, did it feel good? And then
I love having a crush. I felt dead when I couldn't have a crush on somebody.
Yeah, you love when the crushes are so.
And I was I'm like, dang, Meek, you out here almost 30, and you acting like you 16 again. Like, this what it feel like. Like, hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm at I'm at work. You know, like,
you here.
It's fun.
Right. So what would you have did if I got off of work early? What would you have done?
Yo, amazing right now.
We need the cameras in the room.
So, like, and he had an amazing voice that would like literally make you melt. So
the baby's voice,
man, I would.
That's what niggas say.
So we know who likes make her milk. Oh Jesus! So not like I'm really.
No.
Man, I remember I would be cooking like. Talking like telling him what the recipe is or what I'm cooking so he can say it back and him laughing. I realizing like I'm really just saying whatever I gotta say to get you to talk right now
because you just delirious.
Read me a story.
Yeah.
Probably would have got away with that too. Like but you realize like okay now you just leaving yourself open because you at this point you ain't set no boundaries like you really just
all the boundaries out the window out here.
You went because you just so hype about this new thing because everything at that moment felt new. It was like, dang, I've been in a box and this is what the world look like on the outside. So that one taught me just like you said, creating boundaries, and it also taught me how strong I was. Yeah. Because as conversation started to happen, being able to also analyze the relationship I was in before that and be like, I can't go back there. Right. So while what you saying is great, if I found you at that and I thought like I was never gonna love again, that means there's another person. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Here's your golden ticket.
They said gets greater later.
I don't want to be on the ride no more. Here's your golden ticket.
So ultimately, it just seems like I know you mentioned that you can love somewhat, but you come from a different space, so it may not hurt you as bad.
Because I didn't like people till I was in college.
Okay.
So that's weird.
To some.
No, I think that's normal.
I didn't really get into boys until later in life, like high school, college too. So
if it wasn't for being infatuated with somebody while I was in college, I probably would have been that same way. Like, oh, now I know how to see people in shoes.
But then another thing is too, we know, and we talk about this, that growing up, we aren't really taught about how we should love, what love looks like. Our parents, I know growing up, they just taught you like, don't get pregnant, don't be kissing these boys.
Man, and what kind of speech is that? Like,
they just taught you that. They never taught you about what love looks like, what it feels like, that you can have a great thing with a person. So a lot of times we did go into things from a trauma-based situation, or we saw something happen. Look how so-and-so turned out. You don't want to be like her fast ass, that kind of stuff. So it kind of skewed the way we looked at love. So once we were thrown into it, we had to kind of figure it out. So I think that the different mind frames, they all play on one accord. But I think we ultimately, like you said, love is one of the biggest risks. We all need it. We talked about that. It makes the world go round, but it's still one of the biggest risks that you're going to take. Yeah. And I think that when you are able to equip yourself with tools and resources and things like love languages, you stand a better chance of running the course successfully. If you've done the work to be with a partner who is willing, ready, able, and capable of doing it with you. Because I don't care how many resources, I don't care how many resources you got. If you don't got a partner that's going to do it with you, it's never going to work.
And I think an analogy for me would be, I'm a baby still in love. Like, I'm still learning.
Me too, and I'm damn near
40. Love, when Cupid strikes, I'd be like, oh. And then I had to catch myself, like, okay, you got these.
But I don't think that anybody is immune to that. I don't care if you a baby, if you 40, 50, 60. Love is a drug. And when it comes in hard, and it strikes us all. So I don't think
but I think my logic be getting me, because I also be feeling like, okay, my heart is an organ too, so it's better to break your leg at 2, 3, 4, 5 because you're going to recover faster. But if you break your leg at 60,
it's different.
It's broke. Yeah. So I'm like, I ain't really got my heart broken the way it needs to be broken already. It may be too late.
No,
it may be too late to be getting it real broken. Shit may go awry.
Might die.
Shit may go awry.
He gonna have a broken heart.
Yeah, for real. I was gonna tell niggas that you break my heart, I might die.
Like, for real, like, because I ain't even never felt it that strong to where, like, I done got mad a little bit before.
Nah, I done had it bad, like I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Well, thankfully, I done been through the isolation phase, the I hate everybody
like, change my phone number phase, like, didn't talk to nobody for a month. I was like underground. They like, where are you? I didn't want to talk to nobody.
Deleted all social media. Like,
this before the days of 2019. I ain't met a brother yet that can have me going through that right now.
And I think that's where you come back to the never again, and like you were saying with the trying to show up differently. Because I think when you say it that way, maybe my heart can't be broken the same way. Because hopefully at this age, it ain't getting to the point where you're gonna have me depressed And like not even talking to my
family. But I think hopefully as we get older, we see the signs faster. Because I think sometimes it gets that bad. Right. Because we went through this for 3 years, ignoring stuff, thinking it's gonna be okay. Versus now, like you said, I peeped that. You did that. I'm out.
Red flags.
Yeah, red flags. Yeah, people say, you run. I'm a runner. Yep, I'm running out of here.
But
like Jackie joining the curse.
Like peep at them or whatever. People will tell you who they are.
Yeah,
if you
just gotta believe them. Listen,
and protect yourself accordingly.
Yeah,
like you can still deal with it, but know what you're dealing with. Like I can deal with a hurricane if I know it's coming. I bring a raincoat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can't be mad that you stayed because you chose to weather the storm.
Right. And you have to be clear about intentions. I had a conversation with someone recently about the space they're in and dating. And so after the conversation, I'm like, so what exactly are you trying to say to me? Because what I interpret from this is XYZ. And I'm going to move accordingly. And so if you like that, okay. If you come back and it's another nigga, then I listen to what
all
you told
is fair in
me.
love and war.
All
is fair in love and war. So
I agree. So what do you guys think in talking about the resolution? What do we have to do in order for people to understand how they can use these love languages effectively? Or if a person is not trying to be about that life with them, they just need to get out. What's your final thoughts on love languages?
Know when to use them or know when to bring them out. Know when to keep them to yourself.
Yeah.
And then above all else, honestly know what of those love languages that you're receiving that you can get enough of and what you're not getting enough of.
Yes.
Because that can also help you decipher when is it time to leave.
And which direction I need to be going in.
Yep.
Or what conversation I need to be having. Mm-hmm. What would you say, Brandie?
I would say definitely be self-aware, knowing what your own personal love language is before you get in a relationship.
Okay.
And be able to communicate that in a way that the other person is able to receive it and give it back to you. And then also healthy boundaries. Knowing that, okay, yeah, this is your love language, but knowing what that looks like for you. Setting the expectations. And then also being on an end where you're ready to give whatever that person sets for you as well.
Yes. That's so important. So important. What do you think, Bulli?
I would just say, know your love. Period. And then after you know your love, seek someone who is of the same nationality. Or at least, not nationality.
What?
I'm talking about language, love language.
Okay.
It's a whole other podcast. Not Italian. Not that. No.
Tune in next week.
Right.
We're on the country of love language.
Okay, gotcha. I love it.
Seek someone that is of your nationality, meaning that they may speak other different languages, but they can speak yours
fluently.
It's fine if they bilingual, trilingual, whatever.
Yeah.
But know your love before you even know your language.
Yeah.
Because you can communicate without words.
Yeah.
Know your love. Then seek someone, well, not even seek, find someone of that nationality.
Enroll with. You said you could communicate without love. And I agree with what all three of these ladies said. I really just, only thing I want to add is you got to use love languages as another piece of the toolkit. We on this podcast try to give you guys pieces to curate the love that you desire. And it's up to you to, listen and take it down and take it home with you and come back to it. If you feel like, I'm struggling with this love language, let me go listen and see what they say about this. What I need to have my partner listen to it so he can get an understanding or she can get an understanding of it. But I think also you said finding someone who speaks your love language, that nationality, but also somebody, I think when it comes to love languages, just in my experience, you got to have somebody that has an open mind and understands that these things change. And if I come to you next year and I say, no, quality time is no longer at the top of my list, you can't think, well, when that shit change, you must be cheating. You must get somebody else, So I think that the partner has to be open to it. So those are all great words of wisdom. And I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause. Your opinions are always valued and appreciated. We thank you so much for coming on today's episode. And we'll be right back with the Montana Minute. And now this brings us to the Montana Minute. The first thing, learn what your love languages are and why they are your love languages, the good and bad reasons. Knowing this will help you and your partner in the long run. The next thing, don't force anyone to speak your language. Listen to this episode and understand that if someone is willing to get in the boat with you, you may have to teach them, but you should not have to force them. And the last thing, love languages are a beautiful piece to the relationship, but they are not everything. Use them as a tool in your toolkit of love, and hopefully they will flow naturally. So I leave you guys with the question as always, to be single or not to be. Signing off, yours truly, Shanna Montana.